Hello, everybody. My name is Shannon Clements, and I'm also known as the Nomadic Author, and I'm also known as Mental. The reason why I'm known as Mental is because I like to do a lot of thinking. So I be up in my mental all the time, contemplating a whole lot of different things and ways of making a come up. And to tell you the truth, for just about every level of life that there's always some way of making a come up. And so I try to think of myself in those, put those myself in those positions, and well, not put myself in those positions, but try to think of myself in those positions and how would I come out of it. Because there's a lot of people out there who are stuck in their way of life, and they have no idea how to do it. So sometimes you gotta throw an idea out there too, you know what I'm saying? And there you might even have to show it so that way they can see it. But right now, I want to talk about what this video is supposed to be about today. Now, this video is about my very first major repair on this vehicle. Yes, I know it's a brand spanking new truck. 2019. So, and already I found electrical issues. There's right over there, right behind these raisins over here, there's a plug back there in the 12 volt. Neither one of them work. There's plug back down there up under the bunk there. That one didn't work. This cigarette lighter right here, it didn't work. But this did work. Now on the paperwork, how I discovered it is because I used my handy dandy George Foreman grill. Plugged it in. And it turned out it didn't work at all, But it does work. I just got finished cooking on it. I made some chicken sandwiches. I had to cook all my chicken, because it's been sitting in the refrigerator over a week. And I didn't, And I know, even though it's chilled, chicken meat will still spoil on you. So I caught it before it even started spoiling. It didn't sting, it's still good. I got some steaks in there too. And I also got a corned beef. The corned beef is sitting in the freezer, so it's frozen, so I didn't really have to worry about that. But that's the only thing that will fit in the freezer is my corned beef. As far as that, my steaks, I'm gonna have to cook them soon too, to make sure that they don't spoil, just have to eat it up in one day like I'm doing this chicken. I hate to do it like that, because it's supposed to last me. But like I said, I was having those issues of not being able to cook, so I was stuck with meat. And I almost took a whole pack of chicken breasts. It was about 6 big, thick chunks of chicken breast. I almost had to give it away. It was unopened and everything, It's just the fact that I didn't want it to spoil in my refrigerator. Because then I had a whole place in here stinking. You smell like spoiled meat in there. No, that's not good at all, And I'm hoping that you can hear me. Because I love when people make videos where you can actually hear the person talking. And I watch, believe it or not, just because I don't comment on y'all videos doesn't mean that I'm not watching them. And some of y'all videos I found that you can't hear you. I mean, it sounds like you talking real low. You can't, like you can barely even hear me talking right now. That's how low you are. You just didn't know that you had to turn. I turn up my phone. I take these right here. I turn these up all the way. You know what I'm saying? I still can't hear you. It sounds like like I'm watching Dick Tracy when he was interrogating Mumbles. That's what you sounding like. You mumbling. No, I can't understand what a word that you say. I'm like, I know you're talking some good stuff, but I just can't hear it. Come on, people, please turn the volume up on that when you're recording, and make it easy on the people's ears so they can hear you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of you passing on a lot of good information, but how is you really passing on if you can't nobody hear what you say? This is not me getting down on you. I'm just saying, turn that volume up. Pump up the volume. You know what I'm saying? You know how the song go. Pump up the volume. But anyways. And then also, there was like some type of noise coming from over here on the side of this on the driver's side, on the left side of the steering wheel. And you know what, it sounded like a party favor, or when you was a little kid, you used to finish your box of Mike Ice or Boston baked beans or whatever it is that you used to eat, and then you used to, as a little, you know, say you thought it was funny and kind, you blow into the box and it had make that high pitched noise and everything. That's what it sounded like a balloon losing its air, like, you know what I'm saying, making that type of noise. But it was coming from over here. I didn't know what it was, and they fixed the issue. But they still, to this day, haven't told me what it was. And also, I didn't know that that was called a power inverter. I have a power inverter on here, but they don't have it behind the seat here. They have it in the baggage claim on outside. You know what I'm saying? Because it's supposed to be there for outdoor use. Which is good, you know what I'm saying? Because that means when it's hot and sunny outside, I can stand back there and plug my extension cord up in there. You know what I'm saying? I went and bought this brand spanking new. I went and brought this this extension cord. It's an outdoor extension cord. It can be used indoor and outdoors. You know what I'm saying? High visibility, is water resistant and flame retardant. Got it from Walmart. You know, the people that I almost called it off to the very price when I was at Freightliner. I told them, yeah, you probably want to charge me for that $25 cord, every bit of $30 here. And it came out, I was close, it was like $26.82 or something like that. That's with tax and all the other stuff. So I'm like, well, shoot, how much was I off? I was, what, $3 off? I do it. You know, I went to Walmart and found this. You know what I paid for it? $10. And say, you know what I'm saying, instead of just trying to be Big Willie about it and everything, he's going, yeah, just give it to me anyway. No, I took my ass to Walmart and I saved $16. You know, call it what you want, but hey, it is what it is, you know. And so basically, when it comes down to that, you know, that's when I had to pull out my briefcase. I keep it in a dust jacket, like, you know what I'm saying, to protect it. I want it to last for a long time. I want to be all worn out or whatever, you know. This is real leather. And people think that these briefcases is cheap. They're not. I paid every bit of $150 for this thing. You know. But here's the good thing about it, you know, is because the money that I spent on it, I can turn around and keep that receipt, and when it comes to tax season, I can hand that receipt in with all my other receipts and give it to my tax attorney and let them get me the write-off, the tax write-off for this, because this is what you consider a business expense. As long as it's being used for business, and what I use it for is to keep my paperwork, all my receipts and everything intact. So when tax season comes, drop that on my tax attorney's desk, and they already got my number. Give me a call when you got everything figured out. And I'll toss you whatever I owe you. They got everything they need in here. So all I gotta do is drop this right on their desk. I'll come pick my briefcase up when you get done. And it comes with a shoulder strap too. You know, it makes it easier to carry, you know, in case you want to throw your laptop in there as well. You know, here's the bill. Now, when I got this, you know, like I said, I shouldn't be having these problems. You know what I'm saying? I've only been on this truck like maybe a little less than a week, under a week. It's a brand spanking new 2019. I shouldn't be having these issues. You know, so that's what happened. Now, the inverter outside, that wasn't working as well. And I said the noise, and I said this cigarette lighter. I don't smoke, but you know, I had the cigarette lighter that didn't work. That plug and that plug there. And see, the inverter itself and those plugs are connected up to the inverter. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, chalk it up to a little ignorance, you know what I'm saying, because I didn't know that you had to, in order to turn the inverter on, because everybody just kept telling me, yeah, just push the button and it'll cut on. The button on the inverter? Yeah, on the inverter. It should just stick in and stay in. And I said, well, there's no power. I even pulled out the manual. The manual showed a different type of, you know what I'm saying, it showed about 2 or 3 different types of inverters, but none of them matched the one that I got back there. And then when I look on the face of it, there was no power button, but there was a little small button on the side that was considered a reset button. But guess what? Even pushing that in, it didn't work. It got a GFCI on the front of it. I pushed both test buttons, you know what I'm saying, even a reset, and it still didn't work. Come to find out, it's a little panel back here in the back. That is the panel that you use in order to cut the inverter on. You just press the power button on that, on the panel back here in the back in the bunk area. And then it will cut it will cut both outlets on. That 12 volt that's over there too on. It will cut that inverter on as well. And you can use it anywhere. You know, so I might get a George Foreman grill, you know what I'm saying, for outdoor cooking. I might take that out there and, you know what I'm saying, just make hamburgers or whatever when it's hot. So that way I won't have all that smell on the inside, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what happened, you know. Sometimes you get into them older trucks. You think it's funk, but really it's because somebody was on there cooking. It might actually be somebody's funk, because, you know, so you got some drivers, they nasty as hell, drive for about a week or two, you know what I'm saying, literally 2 weeks without washing their ass, you know. But it don't matter if they making that bread, baby. If you don't, if you funky, don't nobody want you around them. You know, especially these trainees getting on the trucks with some of these trainers. Not all trainers are like that. Some trainers make sure, like, get your ass in there and go wash your ass. Today is that day, go do it. Some of them will literally cut into you like that, you know. But then some, like I said, some 2 or 3 days I can understand. You know, said day 1, you know, so you just got finished washing up. Day 2. Your deodorant just not really wearing off. You know, literally people just keep, you know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why you having that sticky stuff on the inside of your shirt and all the other stuff and turning it, you know, so that's your deodorant, you know, it's sticking to your shirt. And it really doesn't, it washes out, but it doesn't thoroughly washes out. That's why you start getting them dirt stains up under your underarm pits and all the other stuff. That's not sweat, that's your deodorant collecting that sweat and all that. So day 3 is when you start really sweating. Day 4 is when the smell starts kicking in, but it's just a light scent. Day 5, oh, go wash your ass. You know, anyways, this is not a video about cleanliness. This is supposed to be a video about basically my first major repair. Like I said, I've only been on this less than a week, and I already had to do some repairs. Kind of found out, you know, so like I said, the inverter works, all of these plugs and stuff. But this one, the cigarette lighter, that really was an issue. And that noise was really an issue as well. Now with Freightliner, when you take it in there, you got to make sure that there's really an issue. Otherwise, if they find 9 issues, they want to charge you every bit of about $125, $130 just for wasting their time. You know, so you know, so like I said, chalk that up as whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, because because didn't nobody show me how to work that, and there was no power button on it. I didn't know that it was a panel back here. I seen the panel, but I didn't know that's what it was for. I thought it was dealing with the heat and the air conditioning and all the other stuff. You know, so now I know. But here's what they said on the bill. As you see, it's Freightliner, and it says, I'm gonna let you read it along with me. It says, power outlets in bunk and on dash inoperative. Check and advise. 2-hour check and advise only for all jobs if not warranty. Basic FTL warranty available. Fuse in incorrect spot from dealer. Inspected and found the upper 12 volt in the dash was unplugged. The upper 12 volt outlet, it wasn't the upper, it was the lower. The one where the cigarette lighter was at. Not this one, because I've been using this since day one to charge my phone. This blue one goes to my Rand McNally. Which, if I'm going to pull out the receipt, you know what I'm saying, that's about $500. I could go ahead and put in my briefcase as well and see if I can get a, because it's used for business purposes only. Which is to get me safely from one location to the next while I'm working. Now, so that is slightly incorrect, but at the same time, it was what was going on. It's just that it was the bottom one and not the top one. It's the bottom one. Now, say working properly now. Found the F19 fuse for the 12 volt power receptacle number 2 blown. Replace fuse and working properly now. For the bunk outlet, the fuse was located in the incorrect position. Move fuse to the correct spot and outlet working properly now. Customer has a charging cord plugged into the dash that was expansion ports on it and could possibly be pulling too many amps for the outlet to handle. Okay. You see this? This is what they're talking about. Like I said, this cord leads to my phone. This cord leads to my Rand McNally. This one I plugged into my to charge that. But that top one, that's not the one that was blown. It was this one down here. So in order for that one to blow the fuse and this one still work, that means something was plugged in here that blew the fuse. Not here. Because if I'm drawing here, it would blow the fuse here, not here. Why is this one working and this one not? No. But yeah, I was drawing too many out. You know, so but anyways, they got what it is, they got it mixed up. They tried to blame the top when it really wasn't the top. You know what I'm saying? Because I pushed this in. Right, I just pushed it in. And it was working before I left Freightliner. And as you can see, you see it's red now. You know, it's working. It heats up now. So that at the top was not the cause of that one down at the bottom, but I'm just glad they worked it out. So it was a warranty issue, you know what I'm saying? Because with that right there, they tried to make it seem like it wasn't. It might not have been a warranty issue when it was. You know, so now the next thing it was talking about was the power inverter and operator checking advisor said nothing. They said that was not an issue. Intermittently, it has a high-pitched noise from driver's side of dash while driving. Driver stage noise quit one time when pulling out yellow brake valve and setting brakes. Check and advise. And they said nothing else that was there either. They said this was the issue, but these two were non-issues, which was bullshit because everybody and their mama know if you get a brand new truck, you shouldn't be hearing nothing from this side of the dash over here. You shouldn't be hearing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So how is that a non-issue? You know, so I let it be. It is what it is, you know. So now I got that to go ahead and taken care of and everything. They didn't charge me because it really was a warranty issue, you know, because like I said, I didn't cause the problem. The problem was there before I even got on the truck. Now, what I'm thinking, the only thing that in this whole truck that got changed that got changed around inside of this truck is when they added this wire right here. You see these wires? That wire leads right on up to the, guess what? This people net.